Hello guys, hello everyone, welcome back to Living in the South PH. My name is Ayel and welcome to our episode of Let's Talk. Alright, so ano pag-uusapan natin today? Ang pag-uusapan natin syempre yung sitwasyon natin ngayon in the Philippines. We are faced with this coronavirus fear, fears of the coronavirus. Everybody is afraid, everybody is worrying. Alright, but first question, where are you right now? Kung wala ka sa bahay nyo, please go home, cooperate with our government. Ayan, yun. Isa yan sa mga isyong pag-uusapan natin. The different actions of our government and the reactions of the people online. So before we proceed to our topic, today Google's Doodle is celebrating the discovery of hand washing. Alright, so Google gives tribute to Dr. Ignaz Semmelweis. Alright, so Ignaz Semmelweis was a doctor who was appointed today on this date in 1824 as that would be the hospital director or the chief resident of Vienna Hospital, Vienna Maternity Hospital, right? And in his tenure as the chief resident of that hospital in Austria, he was able to establish the medical importance of hand washing. And how did that happen? So in the hospital that he was the chief resident, there were two different wards. One was run by midwives and another was run by doctors. And according to reports, the ward that was run by doctors had a higher mortality rate or mas maraming namamatay dun sa ward kung saan pinapatakbo ng mga doktor compared doon sa ward na pinapatakbo ng mga midwives. So pinag-aralan ni Dr. Ignaz Semmelweis yung differences of the management dun sa dalawang ward. And then he found out itong mga doktor pala, in the morning they work in the morgue. So they deal with cadavers, right? Yung mga patay na mga katawan. And then they don't practice hand washing then because the method or of how diseases are transmitted was not yet established. People don't have yet the idea of bacteria and virus, infection. So, with the doctors, after working in the morning with the cadavers, and then in the evening or in the afternoon, they would deal with deliveries. And so, Dr. Ignaz hypothesized that there must be something that these doctors get from the bodies, from the dead bodies, that they bring it inside the delivery ward. And so he instituted a system where the doctors have to wash their hands before they start doing deliveries. And then it was effective. It was found out the results of the statistics. There was a decrease in the number of mortalities, infant mortalities, and deaths during deliveries, both for the mother and the newborn child. So as simple as that, as simple as washing hands can actually save lives. And that is the same thing that is given importance nowadays as we deal with the spread of the coronavirus. So simple washing of hands can actually save lives. And in this video, I'm going to show you very quickly demonstrate the process of hand washing, the proper way to wash your hands as advised by the World Health Organization. the best weapons that we can use to protect ourselves from getting infected by the virus is first to stay at home. Right now, I'm on my 7th day of my self-quarantine. I'm staying in a different house, away from my parents, away from my family, to protect them, because I'm a PUM, or a person under monitoring, because I traveled to Manila last week to attend the National Schools Press Conference in Tuguegarao. Right, so one way to protect my family, to protect myself, is to go through the quarantine process. Second is to frequently wash our hands. Right, so a simple antibacterial soap and frequent washing of our hands, use of disinfectant from time to time, can actually save us from getting infected by this virus. The first thing that we're going to talk about is PUMs and PUIs. Sino ba itong kinoconsider na PUM tsaka PUI? Alright. So PUMs, or person under monitoring, sila yung mga tao na nag-travel dun sa areas na merong mga confirmed cases, just like Manila. Right? So ako, for example, I traveled to Tuguegarao. There was no recorded case of coronavirus infection yet. Pero dumadaan kami sa Manila to go there and back home through the Aquino International Airport. So we are exposed. So pag uwi namin dito sa bahay namin, we are considered PUM, or persons under monitoring. Ayan. So yung mga persons under monitoring, they are not yet positive. The problem is ang daming mga kumakalat na mga chismis, especially among the people who don't understand this system. Meron pang mga local officials, nabasa ko sa Facebook, na nirereklamo sila kasi nga they don't understand ano ibig sabihin ng PUM. They think that the PUMs are already positive, pero actually hindi pa sila positive. Meron lang possibility kasi nga they have been exposed, kaya sila mag-undergo ng quarantine for 14 days. Enough time for the symptoms to show up, if any, if they are really exposed, so they were able to capture some virus in their bodies. Ayan. So kung wala namang nag-develop in 7 days, after 14 days, so they are sent out because they're free from the virus. Ayan. Kung meron namang symptoms na lumabas among these people who have been exposed to the virus, so they are considered PUI, or persons under investigation. So sila yung priority na iti-test kung positive ba or negative sila sa virus. Okay? So kailangan malaman kung yung sakit ba, symptoms ba nila, hindi ba ito ordinary flu lang, or is it already caused by the coronavirus. So sila yung pinaka-critical na grupo ng tao, right? Actually, meron nang mga namamatay na PUIs because of the absence of test kits. Hindi pa sila na-test, or hindi pa lumabas yung result, namatay na sila because of the disease. So most probably positive yung mga yon. Alright? So yun yung PUM tsaka PUI. Hindi ba ang daming judgmental on Facebook? They are already thinking na yung mga PUMs may virus na kaagad. Okay? Please stop the hate. Although we understand that importance of really protecting ourselves, we distance ourselves from them. Yun lang. Another problem with the PUMs naman, may mga PUMs kasi that they don't understand the severity of the situation, Alam nilang yung mga tao na paparanoid na rin actually pag nakakita sila ng mga when we talk about the spread of the virus. Meron pang mga PUMs na hindi nagka-quarantine, and that is not a good thing to do. Okay? So kami, we voluntarily subjected ourselves to quarantine. Wala nagsabi sa amin na mag-self-quarantine kami. Kami mismo, when we realized that kasi nung pag-alis namin, nabigyan ng go signal na ipagpatuloy yung NSPC kasi parang wala nang coronavirus case sa Philippines that time kaya nabigyan ng clearance. So we went there. It so happened that there were new cases that were that came out on March 8 or 9. Ayan, nandun na kami sa Tuguegarao when that happened. And so we realized that we would really be considered PUMs when we go back to where we are dito sa Mindanao. And so yun, we voluntarily subjected ourselves. Sana ganun din lahat, And now that we have these travel restrictions, we have these lockdowns, the government is actually telling the people to stay at home. So whether you are a PUM or not, it would be best for you to stay at home, because this will help the government and all its agencies to contain the spread of the virus, because the lesser the people interact with each other, the lesser would be the possibility that they would be passing on the virus to one another. The second thing that I'd like to talk about is fake news. Alright, so wala pang coronavirus, naglipanan na yung mga fake news na yan. And this time, I would like to appeal to everyone, this is not the time that we spread fake news. Kasi napaka-critical ng situation. Any misinformation or any disinformation can actually cause panic and chaos among the people, and we might not get killed from the virus, but we might get killed by the panic that is caused by this fake news. So ano yung mga fake news na nagsilabasan recently? Ayan. So first is yung saging, no? Yung saging. So ano yung fake news dun sa saging? Kumalat yun sa mga group chats, yung video about the discovery of a vaccine, at may kinalaman daw doon yung saging. It was clearly a spliced video. Dalawang video unrelated, no, pinagsama doon maliciously, trying to give people a false hope that don't worry, there's an answer to coronavirus. We just have to eat bananas, This gives people, some false hopes. No? Although we really want to find the cure for COVID, for the disease that is caused by this coronavirus. Pero wag naman yung hindi totoo. So ano nangyari? People went to the market and tried to buy all the bananas there. Anong gagawin nila dun sa saging na binili nila sobrang dami? Nagka-ano-ano na sila, nagka-constipation na silang lahat, right? Which is not good, okay? So please, do not spread fake news. Another is, there have been a lot of fake news that were coming out against our Vice President, Leni Robredo. Again, this is not, I've already posted about this on my page. This is not the time for us to talk about politics or to let politics into what's going on right now. What's going on right now, ang pinag-uusapan natin dito, mga buhay na ng mga tao at risk. Sana wala nang dilawan, wala munang DDS. Let's just be Filipinos. Let's just be concerned about the lives of our fellow men. So, ang dami ng nakakabobo na mga memes yun. At marami din namang naniniwala doon. Just because, they hate the dilawans, right? Kahit napaka-absurd na ng mga sinasabi doon. Sinabi daw ni Lenny na hindi coronavirus ang kalaban natin, kundi mga bats, mga paniki. Sino ba nang maniniwala na sasabihin yun ng isang vice president? Lenny is a lawyer, okay? She might have said a lot of things that did not, mean, or that did not make sense to most people, before. Pero sobra naman yun. Mas mukha ka namang tanga kung naniwala ka dun sa statement na alam mo namang hindi tama, hindi naman maayos. Tsaka klarong-klarong tinapala naman yung mga memes na kumakalat. And just today, Kiko Pangilinan, guys, please, let's stop being DDS, let's stop being dilawan, let's just be Filipinos. Kahit ngayon lang. Let's also talk about test kits, alright? At present, konting-konti lang yung test kits meron ang Pilipinas. It's not enough para gawin yung mass testing na hinihingi ng mga maraming tao. Although, of course, it would be best if there are plenty of test kits. Pero sa ngayon, medyo mahirap pa maka-acquire ng test kits. Yung dinevelop ng UP for the information of everybody is still for validation, Hindi pa siya pwedeng magamit agad, at ipamigay. It's overhyped kasi we're happy that these test kits were developed by UP, but at this very moment hindi pa siya validated. So hindi pa ganon ka-reliable yung results that will come out of it. Okay? So ngayon, meron tayong ilang test kits and people are demanding mass testing. So it's not viable at the moment. Let's be practical. So we have to really focus only on the people who are most likely going to be positive. Sino yun sila? Yung mga exposed, yung mga PUIs. Second, yung mga PUMs. Ayan. So may nabasa pa ako doon na mag-volunteer daw siya na magpa-test. Eh kung wala naman siyang exposure, bakit? No? Like, let's not waste these very scarce resources, no? Just because you think that's right, no? Because that's your, although of course, I'm not saying that the government is right here, okay? But the government really has to speed up the acquisition and distribution of all these test kits para mapanatag na rin yung mga tao na mabilis yung paglabas ng result. Okay? Kaya siguro sinasabi din ng iba na kaya zero dito kasi wala naman tayong test kits. So how would we know that there are positive individuals or people positive of COVID? Okay, another thing that we should talk about is TikTok. Alright guys, sorry kung kinain na ako ng sistema ng TikTok. If you understand the feeling of being quarantined, kagaya ko, mag-isa na talaga ako dito, hindi ako nakakalabas. The only things that we can do to entertain ourselves, are those things, social media and stuff. And TikTok seems to be a very fun thing to do, even if sometimes it's very embarrassing yung mga ginagawa natin sa TikTok. If you don't like to see TikToks, you can simply unfollow people or hide posts if you don't want that. You don't need to rant, you don't need to spread hate against it. Alright? Ganun lang. Just let people be. So another issue naman is about lockdowns. Ano ba talaga ang gusto nila, lockdowns or travel restriction lang or ano ba ginagawa? Curfew, etc. etc. Okay. So I think what the government is trying to do is to just lessen the moving around of people, because somehow this will slow down also the spread of the virus. The fewer people interacting with one another, the lesser the chances of the virus being passed on from one to another. Okay, so let's just abide by this. Okay, let's not force our government to also impose full lockdown. I believe there are reasons why they're not doing that yet. Okay, because we have not yet actually prepared for that, especially in sa mga towns na surrounding the cities. Yan. So kung biglang nag-lockdown yung city, yung mga towns na nakapaligid sa most of its products na binibili nang galing doon sa city, or yung city naman pag biglang nag-lockdown, yung mga products galing sa mga nearby communities, nearby towns and municipalities, hindi rin makakapasok, so magkakaroon ng shortage either way, magkakaroon ng shortage dun sa city, magkakaroon ng shortage dito sa mga municipalities and so on. So kailangan pinaplano yan. How would the resources be distributed? Paano ba? So hindi agad-agad, okay? Huwag tayong magmadali. Masyado tayong nagpapanik. So walang magandang na idudulot yung sobrang nagmamadali. Kailangan pinag-iisipan yung mga galaw, yung mga actions. Let's just be patient, okay? The best thing you can do as an ordinary citizen is to follow the rules, follow the suggestions, the mandates of the government where you belong. So if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so that you can receive notifications whenever I make new content.